Today on MultiGP News, you would have never become a drone racer if it wasn't for this special lady. We'll introduce you to some of FPV's moms who not only kept their pilots flying, but also kept them grounded as well.
Plus, the regional series continues in 3 major cities in Dallas, Orlando, and Albany. Find out which pilots qualified for their chance at the regional finals.
And a major drone racing event in China forced to shut down, not once, but twice. Hear what some of the pilots who were there had to say about what led authorities to pull the plug. What's up, everyone? My name's Frank REALEYEZ.
My name is Nelson Aquino.
All this and much more on today's MultiGP News.
Once upon a time in the West. Sure sounds like a fairy tale. Go on and ask the contenders. They'll tell you it's more like a nightmare. Best regional we've ever seen. Could be. Shoot, you want to reach the promised land? You'll have to go through the young guns. The wild bunch. The bad company. An outlaw. And a whole lot of true grit. Meanwhile, down in Texas, there's a Lone Star. Maverick. And a few Silverados that ain't done yet. Surviving the good, the bad, and the ugly. This, my friends, is MultiGP Regional Series. The road to the National Championship begins here.
Live from the MultiGP headquarters, this is MultiGP News.
Welcome back, everyone. Let's get started with our top stories in this week's Morning Quad. So with Mother's Day coming up around the corner this Sunday, you may be looking for the perfect gift to give your mom this year. Most likely she's had her fair share of flowers, perfume, jewelry. And this year, try to give her something that you both can enjoy. The Tiny Whoop is just the gift she needs to break into the FPV racing world. This micro quad offers upgraded motors, a reinforced frame, 3D printed camera mount, and a video transmitter. The Tiny Whoop is definitely a gift that she will enjoy for years to come. Log on to tinywhoop.com for more info.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
You're gonna get a Tiny Whoop for your mom?
Yeah, why not?
Nah, man. You get your mom jewelry, get her some perfume, get her some flowers, all the stuff you said already, and then you get a Tiny Whoop for your significant other.
All right, that sounds good. Maybe we'll try that.
Yeah, try that.
All right.
And we're less than a week away from one of the nation's largest RC gatherings. MultiGP is bringing drone racing to Zoldak, starting May 17th through the 20th. This is a great opportunity to get an intimate and up-close perspective on what makes this immersion portion of the hobby so exciting. The Zoldak event is one of the largest RC gatherings in the U.S., with nearly 14,000 people passing through the gates just last year. Make sure to enter the MultiGP Drone Racing Challenge held Friday and Saturday night for a chance to win up to $1,200 in cash and prizes. And there's still plenty of sponsorship opportunities available, so if you're interested, contact sales@multigp.com. Cheese.
Get that paper, get that paper.
Yeah.
Better be there, you're not going to get it.
Yep.
And there were thousands of pilots all over the world celebrating International Drone Day over the weekend. MultiGP chapters from Puerto Rico, Virginia, Alabama, Michigan, Oregon, California, and Ohio setting up big events in the honor of this amazing day. Most of the racing included fun flies, battling UTT tracks, and spreading the message that drones are good. International Drone Day was initially created to educate the media, public, and the local government about many positive things that drones are used for. It's not all about diving buildings and ruining the hobby, guys.
Oh, bro, don't start that now. Really?
Yeah, really.
No, come on.
I know you love diving buildings.
No, I
You
don't.
love ruining.
Drones are good. Just leave it there.
Okay.
All right.
Drones are good. Drones are good.
Drones are great. Choo choo! Raceflight introduces a newest Bolt 4-in-1 ESC. One of the main features of this 30-amp ESC is that it bolts on directly to the flight controller. Oh, the only soldering needed is on the power wires. The Raceflight bolt-on is 4 to 6S capable. Log on to raceflight.net for more info.
I'll tell you what, man. I'm loving my Raceflight. I've been flying it for 6 months now, and man, my racing has changed completely. No tuning, nothing. I just slap it together, put that thing in the air, and I'm gone.
Yeah, man, I think it's a really good product. I hate building.
Oh.
I really do. I think, you know, especially now, you don't even have to solder. You just slap it on there. It's tuned. Go out and fly, race, and it's competitive. You can win with it.
You heard that, Preston? These guys right here need some all-in-ones.
Yeah, send some our way, man. Come on.
And now we're moving on to our regional events. Florida has led the way in the regional qualifiers so far, and one of the state's biggest chapters hosted another race over the weekend.
And they weren't alone. Regional series also picked up in regions 4A and 1A, and we have the full recap.
In the Lone Star State, there is one FPV pilot that is leaving the others in the dust. Last Saturday in Texas, the Northeast Dallas Speed Addicts held their second qualifier for the 4A region, and a familiar face ended up on top of the leaderboard.
Went over and looked at the trophies. Rob Herman and some of the other officers did a lot of work to get that done, and they looked really good.
Ivan Envy Astro Rodriguez is there tearing up the course. You may remember that name. He just recently won the first MultiGP Collegiate Drone Championship in Purdue, and in February won the Hobbyco Spec Race in Sebring, Florida.
It went really well, I think, for the most part. Mainly just lots and lots of people and lots to go through.
Not only did Envy Astro turn in the fastest lap of the regional qualifier, but he was also the only one to burn the track in under 15 seconds. Also on top of the leaderboard were Mark McGapp Bramer and Adam 20KK. All three of these pilots had previously qualified, so your top qualifiers on this day were Derrico 140 Orr, Andrew Flies a Bunch Mendez, Sam Bone Labinski, Leo Kumo Craft Barbera, and Matthew Honey Badger Strong.
That was so much fun. Dude, that was awesome.
Even though the weather in the Empire State is still cool, the Region 1A action is heating things up. Full Tilt FPV hosted the region's first qualifier in Schenectady, New York.
I think the racing today here is fantastic, and we have a lot of competitors, especially considering the weather. It's been very interesting to see the crowd that's been here, young people, little kids looking through FPV goggles and so forth, and seeing the interest the general public has in FPV and multirotor racing.
More than 24 pilots showed up on a cool May morning to battle for the regional final, which will be held in Boston, Massachusetts.
I'm from Middletown, Connecticut, and it took me 1 hour 40-something minutes to come in.
I'm from Stamford, Connecticut, and it took James and I about 2.5 hours.
The top 5 pilots to advance were Chris Slowpoke Perry, Jared Heads Up Greer, Ethan FPV Kling, Kyle Footer Van Zant, and Ed Punk Kills Tumbush. Congratulations to all the qualifiers. And it's down to the wire in the Sunshine State. The second to the last qualifier for Region 2B was hosted this weekend by the Orlando Rotor Racers.
Nice. We pushed the button and it threw some numbers up in the air and it kind of jumbled them up, and we're hoping that it calculated them correct.
So what's your name, man?
I'm Shawn Morrison, Rotor Racers president.
Nice. You organized this race today?
Yes, I did. Well, me and Tori did more work than I did.
It was awesome, man. Awesome track. I think everybody enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was fun, man.
Some fast pilots out here, huh?
Yeah, they're a lot faster than me, that's for sure.
This was their biggest event to date, with 49 pilots running a total of 72 heats in the warm Florida weather.
Who won? Yeah!
It came down to a battle between one of Central Florida's favorite rivalries, Darren Dr. C. Connolly and Davis Drake. Davis took home the top prize of $200 cash, with Dr. C in second and Jake Dial-Up Lamb in third. Dial-Up is also the first of the day's top 5 qualifiers. The other 4 pilots to qualify for the regional final were Mitch Multirotor Mitchell Reynolds, Russ Big Russ Jackson, Tyler Reflux FPV Shepard, and Maximiliano Saber FPV Fernandez. For MultiGP News, I'm Shawn O'Sullivan. And remember, when they say drone racing, they mean MultiGP.
It's going to be exciting.
Totally.
Yeah, I'm ready.
I'm ready.
I don't think you're ready.
I'm ready.
I'm
I qualified.
I qualified first.
Fine. Doesn't mean you're best. Come on, man.
We'll see about that.
Get out of here.
We'll see about that. I'm coming for you, Abel.
This guy's not going to do anything.
And the Region 2B final will be coming up in June. As for your region, check back here on MultiGP News or multigp.com for all your regional series updates. It's going to be a pretty crazy race. You got Mason, you got Abel, you got some unknowns coming out from Tampa.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah, for sure. I mean, and I'm sure all the regions are like that too. You know, everybody. That's the beautiful thing about the regional series, is you're gonna find the talent even if they don't have 1 million YouTube subscribers. There's guys out there we've never heard of that are seriously fast.
Yeah, I hear 6B is doing some stuff with that crazy dive gate.
Yeah, I saw that. That was awesome.
Pretty intense.
I don't know what it's gonna look like this year in the finals. The championship is gonna be epic.
It's gonna be epic. Slap hands. And coming up, it's all about mama.
My mama?
No, my mom.
No, my mom. No, your mom.
Your mom?
No, not my mom.
Leave
my mom out of this.
Their mom.
Their mom.
Yeah.
Yeah, your mom.
All our moms.
All right, fine.
Just go get her some flowers. Anyway, we're going to be talking about some of these moms that put soccer moms to shame.
And these pilots flew out to China for a big drone racing event. Wait till you hear what they say forced authorities to shut it down. Not once, but twice. Plus, our crash of the week, coming up. Now, Mother's Day is just around the corner.
And there's no better way to celebrate with them than to introduce you to some of the extraordinary moms in FPV. Hear why they say encouraging their kids to compete in drone racing is a good thing.
It's inspiring him to do a lot of other things. And, he's designing his own frames now and really working into basically kind of the career path he was been working on since 5th grade. He was going to go to MIT and be an engineer.
Meet some of the mothers of FPV. They stand behind their pilots and keep them going even when times are tough.
I'm the thumbs and she's the support. So she brings me out to races. She makes sure I'm set up. Have you done this? Have you done that? Are you ready to go? And yes, mom, I've already done that. Yes, mom, I understand. Okay, I'm gonna go fly now. So that's really how it works.
The one thing I could truly say that I'm blessed with is a very supporting mom. She's supported me throughout my whole life. When it came with baseball, baseball was my #1 passion. Every day, year round, baseball. She skipped work just to come to my games. She's been there. She's had my back for that. And now that I can't play baseball as much as I used to, she's definitely has tried her hardest to come out to every event and to see me fly and to achieve what I've achieved so far. So yeah, she supports me in a very big way.
The sport of drone racing is something these mothers encourage their boys to do. Not only does it help them become a better pilot, but it also strengthens the bond between mother and son.
The time when my mom's there, I'm pushing a little harder because I'm like, oh, my mom's here, now I gotta win. She's gonna make fun of me on the way home. So I gotta go out and I gotta push, and it's really a good time to have somebody just standing behind you and being, hey, I know you can do this. You can push a little harder, you're gonna get faster, you're gonna go through and you're gonna win today. And it's just nice to have a support system there.
Yeah, I think all family members should support the pilots. Because it does bring the family closer together, because it gives an event that everybody can go to and cheer them on. And like in Sebring, there was tons of family members there from what I've seen, and people individually cheering on different people. And it was nice seeing everybody knowing who he was when I got there. It seems like everybody knows who Nubs is. And,
everybody knows who everyone is. That's the best thing about these races.
Yeah, it seems like a very close-knit group, and it's nice to be part of that group.
As an FPV pilot, there's nothing like having a big fan, and these mothers are so supportive, they're putting soccer moms to shame.
I'd be proud of my kids, though. If he posts something that he accomplished on there, I like to share it to my page. Because I like, when you're a mom, you like to show your kids accomplished.
You like to showcase your kid.
Yes, of course you do.
Never really been a normal kid, so he's always been a chronic overachiever, so I'm kind of used to this mentality from him. So I don't expect anything less, I guess. So this is, you know, kind of what I'm used to with him. And I think his education needs to come first. It's been a big deal. I spent a lot of money on private school education to make sure he has what he, you know, resources he needs to be a successful person in life. And if this is what it turns into, that's great. But I sure hope being a professional pilot gives him an opportunity to go to college.
When it comes to drone racing, these mothers ride the emotional roller coaster along with their boys. When these pilots win, their mothers are over the moon. And when they lose, their moms also feel the frustration.
It's probably a mix of both. Probably a little bit of like, hey, what do you think went wrong? You know, how can you do better next time? You know, what did we learn from this? You know, you're being a little cocky, you were doing a little too much trash talking, you know, whatever, you know, was kind of going on, I'll call him out a little bit. But for the most part, we try to address like, hey, what do you think went wrong and how can we fix it for next time?
And the ultimate Mother's Day gift for these moms is the joy of watching their kids enjoy what they're good at.
All right, let's get prizes.
It seemed like everybody is one big family.
Cool. It truly is. The FPV community all looks out for each other.
Makes all of those miles of driving on the road probably worth it, especially when he wins things. I'm pretty proud of him, so I'm glad to support him in whatever his passions are. That's kind of my job as his parent, so.
And next week, we'll dig deep into the HD versus analog video. Find out which one of these is most popular amongst the fastest FPV pilots. Now, nearly 170 FPV pilots from around the world flew out to Shanghai, China for a big drone race.
But before they even flew a single pack, Chinese authorities were escorting them off the premises.
MultiGP News reporter Kelara Mainade tells us what may have led to the unexpected shutdown.
So they're actually just knocking down the gates.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, let's just take it out. Look, even the cops are filming themselves doing it because they think it's ridiculous. That's what's funny. The cops are filming themselves.
It was like a scene out of a movie. Nearly 170 pilots who had traveled to Shanghai, China for a big race were quickly escorted off the field over the weekend. Authorities forcing an immediate shutdown of the event moments before the race even started.
The police just showed up and started shutting stuff down. Like, we didn't even know what was going on. They just came in with like an army of them, basically, as you saw in the video, and just started telling all the pilots to pack up, like stop. Everyone who had tents, like, just pack your stuff. And from what we understand is that we're quite close to an airport, and someone took a Phantom and flew it like really high enough that the radar from the airport picked it up. So like the police had to come.
Apparently someone complained and we had about 50 police officers come along and basically tear the track down and say you can't fly. And my understanding is, from what I've been told, that they got permissions and they got all the correct paperwork done, but for the wrong area. Apparently if we were on the other side of the river, then we would have been able to fly legally, and the river was like 100 feet away. So it just sounds like government red tape.
After the first race was shut down, organizers quickly started working on another plan, moving the entire race indoors away from the general public. That plan also coming to a halt after authorities ordered another immediate shutdown, this time at the second location.
After we spent the whole night moving the race course to make sure that people could race today, and now the organizer just called me and told me that the police showed up at the gym, an indoor gym, and said that it's unsafe to fly drones inside. I don't even know what to say anymore, China. I just don't even know what to say to that. I didn't even get the opportunity to go back to the race course. We spent all night fixing it, and now we were waking up to go back so we could actually make sure the timing systems and everything were running properly, and they just shut it down before we could even leave the hotel.
The guys organized an indoor racetrack and got everything sorted and basically got no sleep, and we were supposed to start racing in the morning, and the police came along and shut that down again and said that it's dangerous even though it's indoors.
Although the series of events that went down may have caught everyone by surprise, most of the pilots weren't fazed by the cancellation.
I have no idea what we're yelling at, but I don't care.
Still, with the unfortunate circumstances, pilots making the best out of a bad situation.
That's staying in, bro. There's no cuts. It's raw.
By exploring what the country has to offer.
Got the opportunity to try snake. You want to try snake? Sure. He said yes to snake. Yes. Damn it, now I'm going to try it. Yep. Okay.
And coming up after the break, it's time to smash a quad. Hulk smash!
2 drones try to make babies on our crash of the week.
And in this clip of the week, we're going to show you a couple things. One is how not to charge a battery, and the other one is how to race and crash a quad, because if you're not crashing, you're not racing.
But if you're not racing, you're not crashing?
Yes, but if you are rubbing, then you're racing.
But if you're racing, then you're not rubbing. Because if you rub while you race with a quad, you're... Just watch the clip.
Yeah. Don't worry about it.
Nice.
Thanks, Mama Fat, which is what we're going to call you now after that beautiful lipo explosion. It was awesome and amazing, but we also want to tell you, be careful with your lipos. Always balance charge them, and that won't happen to you.
Yeah, don't do that on Mother's Day at your mom's house.
So
that would not be good.
And so that's all the time we have for this episode of MultiGP News. Remember to check us out at Joe on May 17th through the 20th.
It's going to be an awesome event, man. They're going to have a lot of games. It's going to be like Flight Fest West, but I think it's going to be even better.
Yeah, be there or...
Not be there.
Not be there.
But be there.
You're going to miss out, definitely.
Totally. Also, we're aiming to reach 10,000 subscribers by the end of the year, so remember to like, share, subscribe to our YouTube channel for a chance to win cash and prizes. We'll see you next week on MultiGP News. Thanks for watching. My name is Nelson Aquino.
And I'm Frank REALEYEZ. Thanks for joining us, and see you next time.
Later.
Deuces. Catch me outside.